real life. It's real life. Okay, and hopefully we'll see some comments soon.
All right, let's see some comments.
I'm gonna get right here. You might have to refresh that.
I will refresh. Oh, that was an interesting noise.
That's saying,
Ding.
I'm on.
Hello.
Hello.
Are you there,
buttons
Instagram?
right here.
It's me, Emily.
Wow.
Oh,
Hope
I
my hair,
see
this is a really short.
15. I can see 15, 20 viewers. We're climbing. Okay, people
We're
are joining.
golden.
If you guys are here with me, say hi. Oh, we're getting some. Oh, we were getting highs. Come back. Where
They're
did you
gone
go?
now?
Let's see. Yeah, they were there. Oh, they're back. Interesting. Leticia says, I'm loving the dark hair.
I know. I'm telling you, it looked like you had.
I have not dyed my
your
hair,
hair.
guys, but Danny, prior to this, said that it looked like I dyed my hair darker, and I did not. I told him maybe I just need to wash my hair. That's embarrassing that I'm saying that out loud.
Must be,
Fine.
maybe it's the lighting or something.
You know, I am a mom to a 9-month-old, and we just got a puppy, so it may be that I need to wash my hair.
Usually, your hair gets lighter as you get
This is
stressed
true.
out.
Yes, like at least I'm not going gray yet, I guess. Maybe
Yeah.
I am, I don't know.
Yeah, no, you look like your hair's lighter, darker.
Oh, well, we are getting lots of people joining on Facebook. Hi, everyone. How about Instagram, Danny?
We are getting some people joining.
Sweet.
Tell us where you're from. I'm seeing some waves.
Okay.
Haven't seen anybody say where they're joining from.
We've got Diane saying hi from New Jersey. Jenny says hi from Michigan. Pete says hi from Sacramento.
Have you met Pete yet?
I have not met Pete.
I know. I want Pete to come and visit us.
Pete, come visit us. That would be fantastic.
I would like all of you guys to come visit us. I don't want to.
I mean, if everyone wants to come visit us, we're okay with that too. James says, congratulations on your new puppy. Thank you. And that is actually what we're here to talk a little bit about today, right, Danny? Is pets, dogs in particular.
Yes, those little furry friends.
Yes.
I do have a couple of people on Instagram saying where they're from now. So we've got Silly Heart Studio, heyo, from Chicago. Wah, wah. Mary Anik from Eastern Canada.
Okay.
Fabric Collector 02. Fabric Collector. Hi, from Saskatchewan. Los Perez from Los Angeles. We've got tons of people joining. Yay. Thanks for telling us where you're from, guys.
Yeah, thanks for joining.
Lizardbean says, I can't hear you. Anyone else having issues?
I might need to talk louder.
Yeah, I don't have the microphones on today, so.
Yeah, I do have a tendency of not talking loud enough. Apparently, Danny got me a special microphone because my voice wasn't loud enough, and then it didn't work for me, so it's fine. We're here for it. It's good.
She's adapted to the less
This is true.
Loud.
I can be very loud, guys. It's fine.
It's true. So yeah, today, Emily, thank you for joining us. We wanted Emily to come and join us today to talk a little bit about the pet olfactory system. And the olfactory, what is that? What is an olfactory system?
That's a great question, Danny. So an olfactory system is essentially the way we're able to smell and identify different scents. So what's really unique when it comes to dogs specifically is their olfactory system. They have an amazing olfactory system. There's a reason why dogs are trackers, right? There's a reason why they're hunting buddies and drug detecting dogs and all sorts of different, almost like jobs,
like
or
they have like a superpower when it comes to sniffing.
And it really comes down to the anatomy of their nose and the way their nose is set up. So first and foremost, one thing that really sticks out to me when it comes to dogs is their olfactory detectors. Basically, when they're inhaling a scent, their receptors that actually identify what a fragrance is, they have anywhere from 280 to 300 million receptors versus our 6 million. So it's right around 50 times the size of our olfactory receptors. So you can get a little bit of an understanding of why dogs are able to smell so well. But there's even more than just that. They actually have what's called the vomeronasal passage, which helps them to detect pheromones. So it's a way that they can actually smell a person's pheromones. So that's why, like, if you're frightened, your dog could be frightened. They really pick up the pheromones that you're putting off when you're feeling those emotions. So that's a big part of it as well. When it comes to dogs, they can also smell directionally. So they can actually smell a fragrance and easily identify which direction that fragrance is coming from.
Really?
Because they're able to identify with right and left nostrils. Another really cool thing is just the way they inhale scent. So the way their nostrils work is, it's not just simply like inhale, exhale. The way their nostrils and the slits on their nostrils are created, basically, the fragrance actually swirls. So when they're inhaling, they're getting multiple passes of that same fragrance. So they're able to smell the fragrance for longer. So it gives them more time to identify what they're smelling. So super neat. When it comes to dogs, one way I like to look at it is if I can smell Danny's cologne from
Which, thanks for changing it to cologne and not armpits.
from 5 feet away, a dog could smell Danny's cologne in our entire warehouse. And not only would that dog be able to smell it, the dog could also pick up on what's in that cologne. They can actually identify different fragrances within the cologne. So whether limonene is actually a very common constituent in perfumes, they can actually identify it and take it to that level. So dogs have an amazing olfactory system, and that's really why we recommend just being really careful when you're using essential oils around dogs in particular, as well as animals in general, just because their sense of smell is so heightened. So if you're familiar at all with our pup and pony safety guidelines, we recommend really, really low dilutions with dogs just because they just don't need as much. A little essential oil goes a long way.
Yeah. There was a really fun comment. I was going to say a fun fact, but I don't know if it's a fact or not because I've never heard this before, but it sounds like it makes sense. Silly Heart Studio said the reason why Basset Hounds' ears are so long is because they use them to funnel the scent toward their nose from the ground.
Yes, yeah,
You've
it picks up scent. Yeah, isn't that crazy? So, I mean, a whole nother layer of, you know, how pets can be, and dogs in particular, can have such a strong sense of smell. Lara says when we train scent discrimination, we use an oil as the control to begin with. That's really interesting. Yeah, and I think going back to some of our pup and pony safety guidelines, when you're introducing essential oils to your pet and you're using essential oils specifically for your pet, you really want to start very slowly. What I recommend doing is adding a drop of essential oil to a good amount of carrier, rubbing it on your hands and presenting it to your pet, to your dog, so that your dog can smell the blend and show you their reaction, right? If they're interested in it, that shows you that they like the scent. If they turn away from it, they get scared of it, they growl, those are all signs of an adverse reaction and showing you that it's not a scent that they would like to use or that they're interested in. So it's really important that you're presenting these oils to your pet and allowing your dog to be a part of that experience when it comes to their aromatherapy care.
I think my wife does that too. When she smells something that she doesn't like, she'll growl at me.
Danny,
put your shoes back on.
About that BO we were talking about earlier.
So why are you the one that we've brought in to talk about this?
Oh, that's a good question. So going back to the very beginning, or just who I am as a person, I love animals. I'm a big animal lover. I love dogs. I love cats. My husband makes fun of me because if I'm ever out on a run and I see a stray anything, I bring it home with me. And it runs in my family. My mom and my aunt both recently brought in pigeons that were hurt and had like broken wings. My mom has had hers for like 10 years. Okay, 10 years is probably a little extreme, but at least like 4 or 5 years. And she she hurt her wing so badly that she'll never be able to recover. So she's become a domesticated pigeon, and my mom just keeps her and takes care of her and loves her. So anyways, just a little bit about me, my family. We are definitely animal lovers. So Plant Therapy actually decided to create a line of products for pets. And when that opportunity came up, I jumped at the opportunity to become certified in animal aromatherapy and take some courses. I was already a certified aromatherapist at the time, and I really wanted to learn more about using essential oils safely with pets. Especially I have a customer service background, and just getting to work with our customers. I knew that we needed to be able to teach you guys how to use these products safely with your pets so that they can benefit from them too. So that's where Pup and Pony kind of came from. Fun fact about me, the Pup and Pony line was my first product line to ever launch. These 4 blends right here were the first ever Pup and Pony products and the first ever Emilee products that went out to our customers. A lot of time, effort, and love went into developing these blends.
I actually was looking through, I'm putting together a video for the PT pets to try to find out what people's pets are in the PT.
Yep.
Yeah, I actually talked to you yesterday. And as I was doing that, I started looking through some of the footage that we took for the Pup and Pony line.
Back in the day.
Yes, and I was just looking at those videos that you made when you first introduced the Pup and Pony line.
I was so
really
much skinnier back then.
Your hair was the same darkness.
Yeah,
though.
it was. This is true.
So which makes sense.
Brittany is asking if Tyler Hagen helps with with Pup and Pony, and Brittany, he does. Tyler is actually certified in animal aromatherapy as well, and he is our more forward-facing arm of Pup and Pony. Definitely, he's great for helping our customers, and really, he is really heavily involved in determining whether or not an oil of the month is safe for use with pets, with dogs and horses specifically. So he does a great job, and I'm very, very grateful to have him because I couldn't do it alone.
Yeah.
So.
Well, Erin Lobert was wondering, is it okay to diffuse essential oils that are not dog safe in a room where a dog does not go into with the door closed?
Yeah, that's a great question. Yes, absolutely. You can use essential oils that are not considered Pup and Pony safe in your home. You really hit the nail on the head as far as how you want to use them. It's best to use it in an area where the dog may be separate from. Make sure that there's ventilation before they enter the room, keeping the door closed. Those are all really great ways to use essential oils that aren't considered Pup and Pony approved with pets. One thing I want to touch on is when we're determining whether or not a single essential oil is safe for pups and for ponies. And the way we do that, it's really, there isn't a lot of research out there. So where we start is we do start at the research level. We'll go out and find any studies that are available that show whether or not an oil or an oil's common constituents are safe for a dog or a horse. Next step is we look at that anecdotal evidence. Are there well-known aromatherapists? Are there well-known and educated bodies of knowledge in the animal side of products that will help us to determine whether or not a product is safe? So if a product does not have those 2 pillars of safety, then we won't classify it as Pup and Pony safe. And I think that's really important to know. There are some oils that we feel in certain instances could be safe to diffuse around your pet. However, unless there is the evidence that shows that a single essential oil is 100% safe for your pets, we're not going to put the Pup and Pony approved stamp on that product or put it on the Pup and Pony approved list. Your guys' safety, your pets, I have fur babies, and I want to make sure that whatever we're putting on this list of approved essential oils, that I feel 100% confident that your animals are going to be safe, that your dogs and your horses will be safe when using them.
So Friday, we're actually having a show all about pets and furry friends. So definitely tune in for that. Emilee's really going to go into well, I don't know if Emilee's going to go into detail. Well, she is, because
Yes.
we're
Yeah.
actually interviewing Emilee that
Yes,
day. So
we
super
are.
excited. Some of those questions that you might have that we won't get to today, you will get to on Friday.
Yes. Yeah.
I do have, there's been some really great questions. Mary Annick was asking, is cocoa essential oil okay to diffuse in front of dogs? And you have a list right
Yes,
next to you,
yeah. So
actually.
I actually printed out our Pup and Pony approved list. This is, so Tyler actually has a task every single month to go and update this. So this document does stay up to date. And this download is actually, or this document is actually available on our downloads page on our website. So super easy. You can go to our website, click on learn, and then go to downloads, and you can find it there, or you can type in planttherapy.com/downloads, and you'll be able to find this list of oils here. So we do not have cocoa CO2 on this list. So with that in mind, I would just take some of those extra precautions, use it in an area where your dog isn't. Oftentimes I'll save those, essential oils that I don't feel comfortable diffusing around my pets. I'll diffuse them in my bedroom, or let the boys, which are my dogs because I have 2 boys, I let the boys go play out back, and I'll diffuse in the house, and then just let the house air out a little bit before they re-enter, just so they're not getting overwhelmed by that scent.
Have you ever had your dogs come into the house when, and this might not be a question that's even proper for you, since you are an aromatherapist, you kind of know how to use your essential oils around dogs, but have you ever had them come back in too soon and seen the reaction?
Typically it's
How can you tell, basically?
Yeah. So I mean, if a dog doesn't like the scent, then they'll show signs of an aversion. For example, turning their heads, growling, moving away from the fragrance. Those are just a few ideas of how a dog may manifest that they don't like the scent. But just because even an oil that is considered unsafe for dogs and for horses, that doesn't necessarily mean that they'll have an adverse reaction as far as like when they get into the house and they smell the oil. You can see those adverse reactions occur over time, where they'll start to have, breathing concerns, or they just don't properly digest the fragrance throughout their system.
Perfect. And which kind of brings us to cats. Why are cats so different than dogs and horses?
Yeah, so cats actually lack an enzyme that helps them to properly process essential oils. So it's just one of those components that's needed in order to properly process the essential oils through their liver. And so what happens is using essential oils around cats can actually lead to liver toxicity over time, which is not ideal. So I'll often see people say like, oh, I diffuse around my cat all the time and I've never had any problems. It's like, okay, that's great, but that doesn't mean that they won't develop over time, right? Because they lack that enzyme to properly process essential oils. So it's much better to go with methods like passive diffusion if you have a cat, or just diffusing in an area where they're not.
Perfect. Well, Emilee, we really appreciate your time. And we've had a bunch of really great questions. I'll try to write them down so we have them for the show on Friday. But you definitely want to tune in on Friday, guys.
Yes.
It's at 9:30 a.m. Mountain Standard Time.
That's right.
Or Mountain Time. It's,
Yep,
yeah.
Mountain Time.
So
The time that it is in Twin Falls.
yeah, in Twin Falls, Idaho. So, yeah, we should. I think we have another micro live that we're doing.
Yes.
Which is going to be a lot of fun on Thursday.
I know. I'm excited
So
for Thursday.
you guys want to tune in. We're going to try to do that at 4 o'clock as well.
Perfect. So come back, guys. It's going to be a fun one. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, and then tomorrow hopefully we'll have a video out that you don't have to tune in live for, because it's just a fun video.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
you guys, thank you so much. We really appreciate you, and we'll see you a little bit later.
Bye, guys. Ooh.
All right, let me go turn this off.
I was saying bye to Instagram, and now I'll say bye to Facebook.